Hello, and welcome to our CPD on pre-insulated bricks and blocks. Tecobrick are working in partnership with Kingspan to deliver an exciting new approach to constructing cavity walls. So, who are Tecobrick? Tecobrick is an innovative, new construction company. Founded by Terry Wilcox, we are focused on product solutions that deliver high-performance, regulation-compliant constructions whilst maximizing labor and material efficiencies. Our cavity wall products can be custom designed to meet your specific project requirements in terms of performance and aesthetics. Tecobrick is in partnership with Kingspan, the world's leading insulation manufacturer. Our systems use Kingspan Cooltherm K108, ensuring efficient cavity wall solutions across the board. Here are our learning objectives for today. What are pre-insulated bricks or blocks? How are they custom-made? How can they help exceed building regulations? How can they help create stronger walls? How can they help maintain cavity integrity? How are they designed and installed? How can they save time and reduce waste, and what other benefits do they have? Let's have a look at what we mean by pre-insulated and what some of the product benefits are. As you can see, there is quite a range of well-defined benefits. Insulation types and thicknesses can be specified to suit the project, and all are pre-adhered using powerful fire-rated adhesive. Insulation is precision cut to fit the brick or block exactly, and rebated on all four sides to ensure a seamless interlock with units above, below, and to the sides. This maintains insulation integrity and U values throughout. Brick type and color can again be specified to suit the project. As we will see, these benefits are complemented by the fact that all installation is the same as for normal bricks or blocks. As with brick units, a range of block types and insulation thicknesses can be chosen to suit performance requirements. Partial fill or full fill cavities are easily achievable. Let's take a look at how this particular cavity wall system has been designed to suit the house builder's needs. The system is available on a range of brick types, textures, and colors. This includes clay bricks, facing bricks, common bricks, engineering bricks, fire bricks, and concrete bricks. Brick insulation thickness can vary from 30 to 40 mm, depending on whether you require a partial fill or fully filled system. Block types can be anything from thermalite blocks to concrete blocks, medium or high density. Insulation thicknesses can range from 50 to 60 mm, dependent on whether a partial or fully filled system is to be installed. Now we'll look at how these pre-insulated units can help exceed building regulations and U-value requirements. Please note that this system has been independently tested by Elmhurst Energy, a UK domestic energy assessor, DEA. Tecobrick is currently being assessed for certification by the BBA, and approval is expected in the coming months. Full reports are available for download at the end of this presentation. Insulation thicknesses can be selected to best suit project requirements, achieving U values of up to 0.15 W per square meter K. Full fill or partial fill cavities can be easily achieved. Precision cut, pre-adhered insulation guarantees accurate cavity widths and ensures clear cavities. U-value calculation reports can be downloaded at the end of this presentation. Insulation shown in this clip is for illustration purposes only. Tecobrick systems now exclusively use Kingspan Cooltherm K108 insulation. This slide shows a section through a typical partial fill cavity wall. Independent testing shows that the pre-insulated brick and block systems can achieve U values of 0.15 Wm2K, exceeding the Part L requirements of 0.18 Wm2K. A copy of the independent report is available for download at the end of this presentation. It's vital that moisture penetration is kept to a minimum. Our system ensures that any moisture that does penetrate will condense and evaporate within the cavity rather than on internal surfaces. This slide is showing a dew point graph for a partially filled cavity. As we can see, the temperature in blue remains above the dew point level at all times, ensuring that the dew point, and therefore condensation, is not triggered within the cavity. This slide shows the graph for a fully filled cavity. This means that cold spots are eliminated, and that the cavity wall is 100% damp and waterproof top to toe. Clean, clear cavities maintain thermal performance and help ensure fire safety. Condensation risk analyses for partial and full fill cavity constructions are downloadable at the end of this presentation. The insulation used in this system has a Euro class rating of F, under System 4 AVCP. Please note that there are potential restrictions placed upon this product which vary dependent on building type, height, construction and location. The adhesive is EN 13501 A2 S1D0 fire rated and is UK and EU IMO approved. Full technical data sheets covering the insulation and adhesive used in this system are also downloadable at the end of this presentation. Traditionally insulated cavities can become clogged with mortar, loose insulation, and other debris. This can compromise their performance, allowing damp to transfer through internally and increasing fire risk. Tecobricks and blocks help prevent these problems from arising and maintain performance. Cavity barriers should be provided as follows. At the edges of cavities, including around openings, for instance windows and doors, where the cavity abuts compartment walls and floors. And to break up extensive cavities which could act as a route for fire spread, cavity barriers need to achieve a minimum of 30 minutes integrity, E30, and 15 minutes insulation, L15. The precision-cut nature of the pre-adhered insulation allows clean and accurate rebating on all four edges of each unit. As units are built up, using traditional tools and methods, excellent joint integrity provides seamless insulation. Where necessary, for example when constructing internal or external corners, insulation can be partly cut and removed from bricks or blocks to achieve the appropriate detailing. Again, this ensures the seamless continuity of insulation and maintains performance. Where needed, in DPCs for instance, rebated elements can be simply removed as appropriate to ensure the DPC lays flat over a flush surface. Additional rebated insulation offcuts can be supplied as required on a project-by-project basis. We have seen how thermal performance is achieved and maintained, and how condensation can be minimized. Now let's look at strength and structure. As we can see, wall ties are very straightforward to install, and every tie is 100% sealed within the cavity. Because of the unique nature of pre-insulated bricks and blocks, there is no mortar cracking at wall tie positions, no holes or gaps in the mortar, and each unit is fully bonded, ensuring a completely sealed wall tie. Insulation shown in this clip is for illustration purposes only. Tecobrick systems now exclusively use Kingspan Cooltherm K108 insulation. Cavity integrity is critical to the performance of a cavity wall. With pre-insulated units, cavity integrity is easily maintained. The top rebate on each pre-insulated unit acts as a mortar retaining upstand and leaves the perfect bed and joint when laid course by course. No mortar snots fall into and clog up the cavity, and less mortar is required than traditional systems. This also ensures better airflow through the cavity and clear, blockage-free weep holes. This in turn ensures more efficient removal of damp air and maintains performance. How is typical design detailing tackled? The answer is no differently to traditional brick and block work. No special tools are required and no new skills needed. Bricks and blocks can be cut to size in the normal way and insulation removed accordingly. Both systems, whether partial or fully filled, do not require an increase in cavity size. This means there can be a 100 mm cavity, giving you more space on your plot, whilst still outperforming a 150 mm traditional cavity. Damp-proof courses are installed as normal, by simply removing the top insulation rebate on the appropriate brick and block courses. The DPC can then sit perfectly level and flush. Vertical or horizontal cavity barriers can be simply incorporated into Tecobrick systems by the removal of an appropriately positioned channel of pre-adhered insulation on both brick and block leaves. The cavity barrier then sits flush against both brick and block to form the required barrier. Soldier courses can be laid in the same way as for normal brick construction. There's no need to adapt any insulation, as Tecobrick's interlocking system works with both horizontally and vertically installed bricks or blocks together. When installing bricks or blocks over lintels, the insulation can easily be cut and adapted to suit as normal. How can pre-insulated bricks and blocks save time on site and reduce waste? These pre-insulated units maximize on-site efficiency by eliminating the need for fixing insulation, cutting boards, taping or jointing. The system also ensures accurate and consistent mortar beds on every course. If required, you're also able to erect both skins of the cavity together, rather than one at a time, as with traditional cavity walls. Bricklayers using the system have anecdotally confirmed that their laying times can be accelerated by up to 35%. Insulation shown in this clip is for illustration purposes only. Tecobrick systems now exclusively use Kingspan Cooltherm K108 insulation. No insulation fixings are required. There is no need to cut boards. No taping and jointing of any boards. The 11mm upstand ensures consistent mortar beds and minimizes wastage. Working bricklayers anecdotally confirm delivery of up to 25% savings in mortar. Tecobrick can reduce delivery requirements and the volumes of mortar required for construction. Compared with traditional methods of construction, this can be by up to 25%. All construction projects above £300,000 undertaken in England are required by law to have a site waste management plan. Always refer to the HSE guidance on waste management and try to use materials which can be recycled. Materials that are pre-engineered and assembled, like pre-insulated bricks, can help minimize wastage. A whole-life thinking or whole-life carbon approach considers all the carbon emissions produced over the entire life cycle of a building, not only the operational energy and embodied carbon, but the building's afterlife too. The carbon cost of its disposal as well as its construction. A rigorous WLC assessment will take into account all of the following: raw material extraction and supply, transport of raw materials to where they will become building products, manufacturing of building products, transport to site, the construction process and disposal of waste, use of the building during its lifetime, end of the building and its disposal, demolition, deconstruction or reuse. Tecobrick is comprised of 3 key elements. Let's go through an overview of their sustainability, one by one. Firstly, the outer leaf. Bricks. These can be any kind of brick the customer requires, as long as they are approved. The bricks in this system are manufactured to ISO 14001. Durable, often lasting up to 150 years. Reusable, they can be reclaimed, refurbished and reused. Recyclable, they can be recycled as sub-base or various types of infill. Now, insulation. The insulation in this system is Kingspan K108 cavity board. Manufactured to ISO 14001. Can be removed from brick or block at end of life or prior to recycling. Covered by an EPD, downloadable at the end of this presentation. Please note that there are potential restrictions placed upon this product which vary, dependent on building type, height, construction and location. And lastly, the inner leaf. Blockwork. Tecobrick blocks can be of any type approved for the construction in hand. The blocks in this system are manufactured to ISO 14001. Up to 80% recycled content, including reused waste pulverized fuel ash (PVA). Recyclable at end of life. What further benefits do pre-insulated bricks and blocks offer? Lower physical volumes mean fewer site deliveries and less storage space required on site. Less mortar is used. Installation is more efficient and faster, whilst providing higher U values with 100mm full fill cavities, saving 50mm interior space on each wall. Masonry walls are generally considered to be low maintenance, but good practice will periodically require the following: ensuring that masonry remains weatherproof, repairing any cracks or deterioration of joints, cleaning of any efflorescence, staining or mold, and if necessary, sealing the surface. Correctly installed cavity insulation should last and perform for the lifetime of the building. The ability of pre-insulated bricks and blocks to ensure clean, moisture-free, clear cavities helps to enhance the construction's durability and long-term performance. So finally, let's review what we've learnt about Tecobrick bricks and blocks. We have learnt 1. What pre-insulated brick and blocks are. 2. That they can be custom-made. 3. That they can help exceed building regulations whilst increasing internal usable space. 4. That they can help create stronger walls. 5. That they help maintain cavity integrity. 6. That design and installation is straightforward. 7. That they save time and reduce waste. 8. That they have further environmental and space-saving benefits. Thank you for your time today, and we hope that this CPD has helped your understanding of how Tecobrick, in partnership with Kingspan Insulation, can help meet and exceed the building regulations, speed up the build process, and deliver outstanding performance on every project.